School was an absolute nightmare. Always feeling alone, left out, because I was always looking after mum.
At 5 years old, people should be making friends, where I hid myself away because all I wanted to think about was caring for my little brother.
Not knowing what was wrong with me was actually really, really hard.
I'm Brad, I'm 19 and I've been a young carer since I was 3 years old.
My name is Hannah, I'm 18 and I've been a carer for my brother since I was 3 years old.
I'm Riley, I'm 22. I went into care when I was 14.
I've been caring for my mum since I was 3 years old. She suffers with fibromyalgia, chronic pain, muscle fatigue and an eating disorder. Mum would be up all night because she was having insomnia. I wouldn't see her. I would get up, go to the bus, go to school, and then when I got home it was a case of housework before Dad gets home, make sure Mum take her meds, a lot of worry and anxiety. It was quite an emotional time, especially, like I said before, you was by yourself, you felt you couldn't really talk to anyone that I really understood because I didn't want to burden anyone.
The challenges I faced of being a young carer at 3 years old, basically looking after my brothers. My first brother, he was in hospital when he was first born, about 3 to 4 months, just full time. And I just felt like he wasn't getting enough attention. I had to face like a parent childhood. I literally had like a little child myself, being a mother as well.
My mum couldn't afford to live in the house that we lived in anymore, so I moved to my nan's, and then she couldn't really handle having 3 children. I went into the 3 different foster homes in a week after that, and then I went into multiple residential care homes all over the country. I would lash out and I would be angry at all these people, and I've been known to absolutely hate people just because they're like too nice and there's no negativity in them like whatsoever. And I've genuinely hated carers for that in the past. Where I was being moved up and down the country all the time, never really in a home longer than 3 months. A lot of these kids were also angry and they were also like troublemakers. Probably wasn't the best influence.
So our reason for being is to support socially disadvantaged and economically disadvantaged young people. These groups of people have experienced trauma or difficulties in their life.
We started the Colourworks Foundation because we knew that this stuff worked, and we wanted to take it to people who need it most and yet are least likely to be able to access it.
So if you haven't come across the colour model of behaviours, such a simple model for understanding who you are and what you're brilliant at. It's based on 4 colours. The red colour represents people who are assertive, decisive, like to get things done. We have our yellow, which is people who are talkative, sociable, able to network really easily. We've got our green colour, which is the calm, caring, empathetic listener type. And finally, we've got our blue colour, which is people who are logical and factual, like to gather information. They tend to be knowledgeable. And that's what we're helping these young people understand through the activities that we do on our programme. We use a big floor mat and get them standing on it to show where they fit on the colour wheel. We have a colour card game that helps them to recognise which of the colours are their strengths and which are the things that they struggle with a bit more.
I got to learn a lot about people and how different people react to different situations, and also learn a lot about myself as well. I found it helped me a lot in the workplace now that I'm older. I'm a barista, so I'm constantly dealing with a lot of different people.
You go to this group and all of a sudden you've literally flourished and made all these friends, and you've literally changed in yourself.
In primary school I didn't make any friends at all, and now I'm literally friends with most people in my class. So.
The outcome of the Colourworks was that I felt more confident in myself and what my personality was, as I didn't really know around the time. Now I've started my new job, I'm able to recognise traits that I need to work on and ones that I'm really good at.
Well, through school, I didn't Many people didn't know about my situation. They would almost bully me to a sense. I remember actually a conversation I had with one of my bullies at school after the Colourworks workshop. I actually approached them and spoke to them, and they ended up apologising for everything that happened. So it was quite nice for Colours, well, through Colours, to break that kind of barrier between us two. Through the Colourworks programme, I found out I'm green, which is an empathetic colour. It's a colour that strives to help other people.
Yes, I know it's a big change once Bradley did the Colourworks programme, in the fact that he had a lot more confidence in himself and a lot more knowledge. He knew who he was.
The Colourworks programme helped me in many different ways, where I learnt to be myself and who I am today. Because of the Colourworks Foundation, I have found a lot more confidence and to make new friends that will hopefully be with me for the rest of my life. I'm now the colour yellow, which means you're very happy, very joyous.
I've done the Colourworks twice, once when I was 17 and once when I was about 20. I hadn't really developed many new communication skills since coming out of care. I was quite a high red. I think I knew I was going to be a red, yeah. And I actually talk about it to people. I run interviews for new social workers doing training. Every now and then I'll mention it because they'll show like a really strong trait of one colour and you can just look at them and go, you're a blue, definitely.
With more funding, we could see this course delivered in areas where there is real need for young people to know who they are, to understand who they are, and have a bigger impact on their communities.
We need funding to support these young people through our programme. Your support is absolutely fundamental to enable us to carry on doing what we're doing.
And we need your help. We need to train up facilitators to be able to deliver this material to these young people. We need the workshop materials, such as you see here on the wall, to be able to make our workshops as lively and engaging as possible. We need to train up volunteers who kindly come and support our work. And your support will also help us make this program accessible to everyone.